how I'm going to implement. So my implementation would be, first I have to collect the data. So let's say we are very new to Marketing Cloud, and we don't have any source system, and we want to capture subscribers from Marketing Cloud itself. Basically, this is not related to subscriber details. It will be more relevant with their preferences and choices. And now, when you're going to send some email communication, definitely by rule of law, you have to have those consents in place for sending those communications. So my first thing will be, I'll be utilizing Cloud Pages. So we'll go depth into Cloud Pages. The second most important thing is, see, before going to the Cloud Pages is, now I'm a technical person, right? I'm not going into those high level understanding of things. First, what we do is we build a collection, and in the collection, we'll create a landing page, a Cloud page, and give it as a consent, give a proper name, consent collection or something. And in that landing page, we'll inbuild a form. Okay, we'll design a form. What we do is, whenever somebody submits the form, first I'm going to add it to my data extension. And based on the data extension, we can add, this flow will be little changed later. This is just a start. I just created yesterday. After that, we will start sending the communication to the subscriber based on their consents. So first will be the consents, capturing, like, say, in a very top level, it will be like email, SMS, WhatsApp. And then after that, we start communicating with the subscribers. Once you start communication, right, then the real thing will come. Then for your communication, there might be a mechanism to honor their request of unsubscription, be it email, SMS, or WhatsApp. You need to have a mechanism to, if they are saying, I don't want this communication, we have to honor that request. Now for SMS, obviously there is a stop keyword, and when they say stop, when they use that stop keyword, they have to basically honor it, and no more communication has to be sent. The same can be with WhatsApp, but I always prefer when we are going with because the topic is custom preference center. So be it any communication, I'll try to navigate that person to the Cloud page, and I'll ask them to, if you want to basically unsubscribe from everything, or you want to prefer something. Okay, so we'll go very slow so that everybody understands. I don't want somebody getting lost in the conversation. And when we go to this unsubscription page, we'll have an AMPscript block, which will basically unsubscribe using the log on sub event. Obviously, when I'm doing log on sub event, it will update into the all subscriber, but I don't want to just restrict that data to flow to all subscriber. I'm going to update the subscriber into my data extension also. So the modeling of the data extension has to be very carefully designed. And then again, with the new choices, okay, who have unsubscribed, who have not, who are still in the subscription, who are still active, again, I'm going to send the communication. Then see, these are very, what I'm saying, just yesterday I created in 5-10 minutes, okay. I'm not very good in designing the PPTs and all. I don't like, but what I've seen is everybody requires a visualization to understand when they are new. And the most important thing then comes into the picture is, see, we first design to collect the consents, and then after that we started targeting the subscribers. And during the target of the subscribers, few of them might be not willing to receive the communication, and we have to honor it. So the unsubscription come into picture. Now the preference center basically changes the whole evolution of this communication. What might happen is, today I send a communication to Sumit because he has given me the email communication, and I started sending communication. And that communication might be not relevant to him. He's not interested in those communications. So he might decide to unsubscribe. Or if I design a page in such a way, okay, where I would give him the option to select what he wants and what he doesn't want, then he might say, oh, okay, why should I then unsubscribe from this communication? Let me select certain preferences which I'm interested in. And what will happen is, if I'm giving him that option, he might change his mind from unsubscribing from all the communication, but just selecting his choices, his preferences. This preference center basically changes the whole dynamics of your communication with their engagement, right? And you have always be in a win-win situation. This all the will change later once we go and we see, oh, okay, we have to add something. So don't go by this rule book saying that, okay, Sasi had said this, and this is the one we have to follow. No, no. Every time you can add your own small inputs into this and make it even better. Being a technical person, let's go with the technicality. I think I spend most of the time. Do you have any questions till now?
I have one question, Sashi. So custom preference center is taking care of the channel also, or just the yes or
Yeah,
no from Sashi? Okay.
yeah. It will basically see how you are defining your architecture. That's what I'm saying. That's why first I asked you all the questions. Like, would you people like? I understand you are everyone is loading, right? I'm also loading. I want to understand like how depth you are with these preferences, how you model, how you think, right? I'm here to basically change your. If you're wearing, I say you all are wearing some spectacles, okay, and just imagine and somebody has with your basic understanding you have put some spectacles and looking through that lenses. I'm trying to change the lenses and make it more specific, right, where everybody understands basically why you are saying custom preference center, inbuilt preference center by marketing cloud, why people are moving to a preference center, custom preference center. I'll give you this link, okay, and it has this is a trailed link. Hmm. And here you have all these details capture why you need a custom preference center. What are the very nitty gritty things that you have to understand? You go through this trailer. Try to. This only takes hardly 1 hour, and complete it and share the screenshot that you have completed. So then I think we'll be in a better position. So let's go. Pages part 4. I want to go to part 1.
I have a question, Sashi.
Yeah, who's this?
Jayashree. I was actually trying to build this cloud page 2 weeks back. I never
Mhm.
came across this custom preference center. So, at what point in time do we have to set this up, the preference center?
Come again. I'm trying to capture what you're saying.
Like, I was trying to build a cloud page about
Mhm.
2 weeks back, but I never came across this term custom preference center. So
Mhm.
I don't know whether we have to configure it separately, like somewhere else, or during like navigation, uh, while making creating this custom page we come across this
Okay.
term. I did
I
not come
understand. I
across
understand your
this.
question.
Mm.
I understand question, and I think you have asked this question in the trailed ones also, right? Like
Yes,
how should I basically design my page? Hmm.
design the page. And also, like, I have off topic, I have one more question related to
Hmm.
cloud page only.
Yeah.
Like, when we click something in the email, and when it takes us to the cloud page, a
Hmm.
pop-up comes where the for the consent of the user to be taken to the cloud page, whether they want
Hmm.
to leave the email or not. Is there any
Hmm.
way to, like, hide it or not show it? So that is off topic, you can take it later. But like this custom preference, I did not come across when I was creating this cloud page. So you know
Yeah. It will basically what happens is normally a lot of people first whenever let's say if I'm very new to marketing cloud and I'm building a new what you say solution to marketing cloud, okay, with respect to on subscription, mostly a lot of what I've seen till my experience till today,
Mhm.
they a lot of in the marketing cloud world, a lot of them don't use custom preference center. They call it custom preference center, but basically what they do is they simply do unsubscription. For me, that is a unsubscription page. Okay, I can call it a custom unsubscription, but not a custom preference. So
Okay, okay,
a lot of confusion is there. I'm trying to clear that confusion actually.
okay, okay, got it, got it. Sure.
My intention is not showcasing something where a lot of people have basically showcased, right? They
Mm-hmm.
are very good people who have already showcased a lot of good things, and if I go and do the same thing is I don't think I'm adding any value. What
Okay.
I'm doing is I'm basically maybe if I'm sounding too ambitious, what I'm saying is I'm changing the marketing of parlance, uh, helping people to think differently. Okay.
Sure, sure. I got it. Basically, like the best practices to follow would be to have a like not categorize everything to unsubscription category, but give them an
Mm,
option to have more success rate, so that like end users do not like unsubscribe from everything, but like have some option to keep them with us, correct?
mm.
Like
Yeah, that's why
maybe
I'm saying.
like okay,
That's why I'm saying. See,
okay,
I'm giving you. I'll be sharing you this trailer, right? I'm not saying. See, for me, every time is the official documentation that has to be followed. For me,
mm-hmm.
okay. And if I go with my own chain of thoughts, what happens is I know there will be criticism, and not I'm trying to be a guru. Okay, I'm just being a learner.
Greatly appreciate. It must have come through your experience, correct? Like
Yeah. So
success cases. Mm,
yeah. So
get.
let
Mm,
what I'm saying is I will always ask you to follow the official documentation, right?
mm,
And they have captured it very beautifully here.
mm,
The if I say I go through this trailer often, okay,
mm,
whenever if I'm say though I have an experience with all these things, whenever I'm going for a new implementation, right?
mhm,
Before implementing, definitely I'm going through the trailers and I'm going to study it very hard. So always I'll ask you all to learn through the trailer, understand the nitty gritty, ask the question based on the trailer. See, then you'll see you will be in a different horizon with marketing cloud. Okay, and
mm.
let's go. I don't want to waste everybody's energy. Yeah. Hmm.
Sure, sure.
So
Yes, thank you for taking it.
our was with the data management, right? How we are basically capturing those data into marketing cloud. So for me is started with a very low level, but I am capturing the basic things of a subscriber. Say I always will require for communication is an email address, right? So that's why I put the first tag will be the email address to be captured. Second is the obviously the full name. Obviously you can model this into first name, last name, middle name, but I will always go with the full name. Hmm. And in our first session, I think, or first second session or the second session, we were describing how to split full name, right? And then the subscriber's address, the city, and the zip code, because preferences also might be with respect to the particular city. And asking more information like date of birth or something will add more value. Saying that sending birthday messages or a lot of things will happen based on the person of the person. Like say there are different age group of the subscribers, right? So for students I will prefer to have a different image banner. For say middle age group I'll have a different image banner, and for old age group I might have a different age banner. And uh, before going that, I my mind is crossing with one of my session where I was reading. It was about Coca-Cola, and in the Coca-Cola, they have an image banner, okay, and that image banner will define based on the persona of that person. And this was not with Marketing Cloud. I was when I was working with the AWS. In that session, what they were saying was they were taking their sexuality actually as a person, and if that person say is a gay, they were giving an example of a gay person. The image was being shown, okay, as a hot model drinking a Coca-Cola, and the number of hit was increased because of that image banner. But if you show that same hot model for an old age group, the ROI will basically decrease. And the older age group are more concerned with their health. And Coca-Cola is a beverage company, and they have to think about how they're sending the communication. Maybe that Coca-Cola might be a setup for the old people where their old age family members are all those family members are sitting together in a dining room, and they're having their meal, and in between there's a big Coca-Cola bottle. So that is how the communication things has to be taken care into when you're sending communication. So coming back to the preference center, the first part is how you are basically capturing it. Here uh, very basic was I only had one button capturing, asking them, would you like to give me the email consent, right? So I have a small checkbox saying that capture. Now you can have another design saying that email consent, SMS consent, phone consent, data privacy, blah blah blah.